CJ McCollum epitomizes that word. Both on and off the court. I asked him this morning if he had any messaging for his team as the season is starting. And he said, I told them before we left on this trip to start working on your habits now for the real games. Start getting used to your routine. Take care of your body. Understanding what time you need to go to sleep, hydration, stretching, all the little stuff is going to pay off for us down the road. I've talked to several players on this team, guys. They all not only listen and respect him, but they revere him and they treasure all the advice he gives.
Stevie, it's such a great point. And to that, you know, there are some guys that will lead by how they talk and maybe trying to hold guys accountable. CJ's one of those guys going to lead by example. You know, he's going to show you what it means to be a professional, how you can maximize who you are as a player and what you guys can be as a team. And it has really worked well. Again, go back and give David Griffin a lot of credit for pulling the trigger on that deal. It is probably the thing they're going to look back on if this thing goes where it potentially could end up going. That move, I think, set the tone for who this Pelicans organization could be.
There's the GM. And there's the second-year head coach. We saw on the bench, by the way, Brandon Ingram, who is sitting next to CJ. He's not going to play tonight. He did have some off-season finger surgery, nothing major, just correcting something on his small finger, his pinky finger. But he did not start tonight. He is, as Williamson, at the very base of what this team is all about. Hayes just picked up a personal foul right there. Had the terrific series against Phoenix in the first round, 27 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. First time he had made the playoffs in his 6 years in the NBA.
Yeah, that was his coming out party. And, you know, you go back to his rookie year, and really it's taken him a while, but now I think this is a guy, Brandon Ingram, to me, is a legit all-star caliber player. You know, he showed it last year. He's become lethal from an offensive standpoint. And I think this is an opportunity for him to take a step on the defensive side of the ball as well. And so you think about their firepower, Kevin. CJ McCollum is kind of like the third option. I mean, I don't know if there's a better third option in the NBA than CJ McCollum, but, you know, when you look at what Zion and B.I. can do for you, that's saying a lot.
Wow, what a pass by Alvarado.
And a great job by Jackson Hayes, just playing with that high motor and putting tremendous pressure on that rim.
Drummond out of control down the lane. Rams his way into Hayes, who has had a very good stint off the bench and a perfectly timed pass. And there is Jackson Hayes. His dad played tight end in the NFL, and his mom was a terrific athlete. Drummond just picked up his first.
And that started because of a great screen by Hayes that allowed him to roll to the rim unabated.
Here's his Alvarado disruptor. Graham working by Caruso. The bench of the Pelicans has been terrific so far. That is a 3, and that's put in by Larry Nance Jr. Biggest lead right now for New Orleans.
I don't know that the bench is going to play any better. I mean, this group, you can tell, though, that they have great chemistry. They're communicating well, and they're so active on the defensive side. And right now, the Bulls looking like a bunch of guys that don't have a lot of synergy right now.
Well, 20 points off the bench in this first quarter for the Pelicans. Half their points have come from the bench. Graham with 9, Jackson Hayes with 8, and 3 from Nance on that tray moments ago. And about 3 seconds separating the game clock and the shot clock winding down the first quarter from Chicago. Good crowd, too, and a beautiful night here in the Windy City. Alvarado will accelerate and feed. Nance in a thicket, knocked away. Picked up by Caruso, trying to beat the clock with the 3. And the quarter comes to a close. The bench of the Pelicans huge with an 18-6 run. But all eyes are on Zion Williamson. Got the start, played 5 minutes, had 5 points, and looked great doing it with a block and a jam. At the end of 1, it's New Orleans on top by 15 on TNT.